So sometimes not that regularly, just sometimes I will put something in my notes app because I think I have to tell my friends about this on mic. I can't just text them about this. I need to say it out loud. And then sometimes I forget about those notes and I find them during a business meeting that we're having. Like I did in our last business meeting.
Oh, that's right.
I looked up from my notes app and I said, have I told you guys about Dancing with Sharks? And you all said no. And I realized I never told you guys about Dancing with Sharks, which was a program that aired during Shark Week this year. So way back in the summer.
But you knew you had to save it for an intro.
Yeah, because we all were like, okay, tell us. And you were like, no, I shan't.
I remember this.
Yes. So this is the intro that was on Dances with Sharks. I wrote it down verbatim.
Okay.
Evolution has made sharks nonstop eating machines. But tonight we ask, do they have rhythm?
Okay.
These are the questions.
These are the questions
So
we come to Discovery Channel for.
This show featured shark handlers that were given dance lessons.
Yes.
And then
love that.
They were tasked with performing choreographed routines while feeding sharks.
Yes.
So wait,
Yes.
did the sharks have to dance?
The sharks were part of their dance routines, and they were meant to engage the sharks by strategically feeding them by hand as they are dancing underwater.
Now, what kind of sharks we talking, brother?
This is back in July, so I couldn't tell you.
Okay, because I'm curious if they were there are sharks that are dangerous to humans, but there are many sharks that are not.
Yeah.
I think it was one of the ones that, to my memory, there were several points at which the handlers were like, I nearly got killed by a shark.
Well, that's fun.
So
That's cute.
there was a correspondent on the boat with the dancer shark handlers.
Yeah.
And he was wearing a wetsuit that was also a tuxedo. He was wearing a
Good.
tuxedo wetsuit.
Yes.
Really important.
Yes.
My favorite Sailor Moon character, tuxedo wetsuit.
Yes.
Tuxedo wetsuit.
True.
And he would interview the dancer handlers before and after their shark dances.
Wow.
And again, I cannot stress this enough. These were not dancers. These were shark handlers
Right.
one of the panel of judges was a dance instructor, and she gave them all dance lessons.
I mean, honestly, that is, I think, better than the alternative of teaching dancers to handle sharks.
You can't teach astronauts to mine. You gotta go the other way
That's
around.
true.
Exactly.
That's true.
Exactly that. So they were being judged on how good their dance was and how good they were at handling the sharks.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a panel of 3 judges. One of them was the dancer I mentioned. The other one was a shark expert. And the third one was a comedian.
Yep.
And every single time they panned to him, he went, I don't know why I'm here. This seems like a really bad idea.
You know, I respect that.
So, the commentators would be like, wow, she showed such grace. And the other one would be like, and she did such a great job handling the sharks. And the comedian would be like, why are we doing this?
What is going on?
Truly.
The voice of reason.
Now, I have a huge question about this whole thing, and that is, what was the prize?
Yeah.
To my knowledge, the prize was just the fame and acclaim of being on Shark Week.
Risk your life for...
To make the best dance with sharks.
Also, the commentator in the wetsuit tuxedo, he had a
Tuxedo wetsuit.
tuxedo wetsuit. He had a special helmet on so that he could be commentating while he was underwater with the dancers and the shark.
Okay.
And then he would surface and be like, wow, that was crazy. Back to you guys in the room. And the comedian would be like, I don't know why I'm here.
You are making me really want to watch this.
I feel like
Sounds like the best show ever.
Yeah.
I feel like if we focused on shows like this, if we put our money into this kind of content,
Yeah.
I think we could fix the problems.
in society.
Yeah, I think we really could.
I mean, I will say, I think it's great Shark Week content because so much Shark Week content is about how scary sharks are
That's true.
and how
that's
much
true.
they're killers and man-eaters. But this one was about what if sharks had rhythm?
But what if sharks
What
have
if
rhythm?
they had a rhythm?
they?
And did
How
they have
they
rhythm?
dance?
No.
That did.
They're fucking sharks.
A question nobody asked and no one needed answered.
I mean, I don't know, maybe.
No.
And they can detect electrical impulses. So maybe if you
Well,
played some music for them.
And they have little communications and stuff that they do with each other and movements and
That's
stuff.
the other thing. I just realized, how were the dancers hearing the music underwater?
Maybe they had
were
special headphones.
Maybe they had special headphones, or they were just doing a series of choreographed moves and then the music was added in
Yeah.
after.
That's very likely.
I love
That
to
is
silently dance with my shark.
extremely
I
likely.
love nothing more than silently dancing with my shark.
You can't start a fire without a shark. This
Even
gun's
though
for
you're
hire.
dancing
That's so true.
with the shark.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shark loose.
So I'm
Wow.
They don't have feet.
They don't have feet.
So that's really good for that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Thin
really
loose.
Fin loose.
fin loose.
You don't need to fucking wear shoes.
Get out your fucking fins.
Get on your fucking foot food.
Jeez Louise. None of these sharks have knees.
Yeah.
Yes. You got it.
Anyway.
What do you call them? Oh, feet.
Well, anyway, speaking of Shark Week, let's play Blades in the Dark.
Blades in the
Blaze the
shark.
Ah, you missed it.
I missed it.
Yeah,
I really
baby.
hope they do another Dances with Sharks.
Yeah.
I
Dances with Sharks season 2.
yeah.
Where are you at?
And everybody's like missing limbs
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
because of Dances with Sharks season 1.
Yeah.
It sounds amazing.
Hi, my name is Kat, and I am your tuxedo wetsuit.
Hi, my name is Noelle, and my dance today will be set to.
Think of a joke. What's a shark song?
Hold on, just give me a second.
Everyone be quiet.
My dance today will be set to I Believe Finn, a thing called Love by the Sharkness.
Double
Pretty good.
score.
Pretty good. My name is Juniper.
Oh, wait, I play Pepper.
Nice. I'm Juniper. I play Valerian, and my ex was on Dances with Sharks.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's awkward.
Ooh.
No, we have a great relationship.
Oh,
Okay,
it's
that's
not.
wonderful.
It's totally fine.
So you guys patch things up.
Well, yeah. I mean, we never really,
Did the stitches
You never
heal?
patch things down.
the stitches are still in because we keep meeting every now and then. just
Juniper.
Because,
I thought you
you
said you broke things
know.
off.
well, listen.
Wait a minute. Have you been at the beach?
Jennifer, answer the question.
You guys don't need to know where I am all the time, okay? I can go to the beach if I want to go to the beach.
Question answered,
this
I
again.
guess.
Just to be at the beach for myself.
Juniper, you know I support you unconditionally, but this is just unsustainable.
Listen, it's not affecting the podcast. It's not affecting my work. So
You've lost a lot of blood.
why don't you guys just mind your own business? That's fine. That's what blood transfusions are
I'm
for.
saying you do keep fainting on the show.
And it's fine. You just like throw some water on me and I wake up and it's like barely even a problem.
Yeah, I
Like,
guess
it
it's not really
barely
affecting your work,
even
is it?
like affects my work at all. Like it's not an issue. Who are you?
Hi, my name is Errol, and I play Friedrich. And I did actually have a dream the other night that Juniper was really mad at me. And in an unrelated note, in the same dream, I was having to mercy kill sick sharks. And then after I woke up, I was like, wait a minute.
Whoa.
That's why Juniper was mad. I
Whoa,
probably
that's why,
killed their
yeah,
shark
because you were
lover.
like fucking trying to kill my shark lover, dude.
Yeah, I
Shit.
felt so bad. I love sharks, so I was very upset.
Yeah, I bet. I don't blame you. I would also have been upset.
Well, let's get started. So last time, Pepper had her concert,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it went so much better than any of us were expecting.
Yeah.
Thanks to a lucky roll.
I knew it was going to be great all along.
You also met up with the Hemlock Hands to discuss a deal of giving them a right of first refusal to any artifacts that you happen to bring in. If they want to study them, they can pay you to like rent them for a little bit. You met the Hemlock Hands. They are an interesting bunch. Then the train has landed in a little borrower's world.
Oh my god.
There's a little borrower's world. The bluebird who came in, he was wearing a thimble hat and a big safety pin. The world is called Oak Hollow. And you guys were just about to venture out into it. So let's get started. When you first step out of the circus tent, your impression of the world around you is green. There are plants everywhere, and they are enormous. Blades of grass that are 2 to 3 times your height, drooping goldenrod that bows down from overhead, and climbing vines that web the dense buildings of this city. Just like in Aphatrea, you get that odd deja vu. Everything is different, but it all feels familiar. The bustle, the streets, the people. It's hard to put your finger on. Certainly, you haven't seen cafes with mushroom umbrellas over the tables before,
No.
but the sense of familiarity is hard to shake. You hear a piercing cry above you and look up to see the hawk that the bluebirds mentioned. It towers over you, looking down with a cocked head and one golden eye focused on you with interest. Valerian, you only come up to the spot where its downy speckled feathers meet its bright yellow legs. Next to it is the lunchbox you apparently flew in on.
Right, the train is a lunchbox being carried by a hawk, so these are ostensibly
This is the train.
This is
That's
the train.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, that's what it looks like here.
Whoa.
Oh, Valerian waves at the hawk.
And it watches you. It seems to be very interested in you guys.
Oh, Pepper's like trying to like communicate like through like airport gestures with the hawk.
And Friedrich is just like standing there, open mouth, like his little brain is just snapping in half.
Oh,
Yeah.
and he looks so cutie.
The
Looks like an angry, tiny little man.
He's so cutie, like a little guy, and I can pinch him.
Oh.
Is this in character?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much every time Friedrich does anything, Pepper like comes over to him and she's like,
Stop that!
he just like
Valerian also does it, but it's not sincere. He just knows that it's pissing Friedrich off, and it makes him laugh.
So the lunchbox, it is this battered painted tin box with the circus's logo painted on it in swirling yellow calligraphy and windows punched out of the tin that make you think of a double-decker bus for those of you who have seen a double-decker bus. The colorful striped tent you exited out of now stands in front of this lunchbox, and the little puppet show in front of the entrance seems even tinier now as you adjust to the scale of things around you. As you look around, you can see all of the recycled bits that make up this city. There's a newsstand and a painted tin can, and there's a sign for a printing company that's set into a bottle cap. And further down the street, a mouse pulls a wagon made out of an old shoe. An energetic squirrel laden with saddlebags, each fastened by a pearl button the size of your fist, cuts the mouse cart off in traffic, causing a good deal of squeaking and yelling.
Oh, the squirrel.
I want to ride a squirrel.
When you look across the water, the calm brownish green of the pond really does look like a sea. There are lily pads the size of islands further out from shore, where you see a few sailboats with printed cloth sails have tied up so that people can picnic in the golden light filtering down from high above the pond. Way, way above you, the leaves on the trees are just starting to turn towards yellows and oranges, and you can see a ridgeline of red on the other side of the pond where the maples have gotten a head start on the fall colors.
I feel at peace.
I'm really trying to adapt, but this is a bit much.
Friedrich, what do you mean?
You're gonna figure it out in due time. I just know it.
Don't you feel peaceful here, Friedrich?
There's a giant bird.
Yeah, and there's a giant squirrel. Did you guys see it? It was
so small and cute.
but
it was big.
It was big.
Oh my god.
Oh, it was so cute.
I want to go on those big lily pads.
Do you think we can go out there? Do you think there's mementos out there?
Well, we'll never know unless we go.
And Friedrich just looks so disturbed.
All right. So you guys are out and about. What do you want to do to try and gather some information here?
Well, I guess if we're going to operate out here, we should try and find some leads on that meeting of merchants.
Oh.
Do you suppose there's some sort of chamber of commerce?
Oh, the little chamber of commerce.
Don't say that.
The Chamber of Commerce. It's hard for me to do that voice that you do.
Is there something about this world that makes you want to talk like this?
You don't want to talk like that?
Don't want to talk like that?
Why would I?
Look around.
Literally open your eyes.
Is this some cultural phenomena that I'm not familiar with?
The things are tiny. They're big, tiny things are being worn as though they are big things because we are so tiny.
And that relates to you
Do
putting...
not have a sense of whimsy.
And he just looks like very distasteful.
Whimsy, the very thought of France.
God, you could play him.
All right, so I just was thinking we should learn about the meeting of the merchants by like talking to people.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
smart.
know.
That's smart.
Question mark. We also have a map of like where the assumed districts usually are.
Yes.
Well, there's got to be like a market district.
Yeah.
To remind you guys, you landed in the docks this time.
Right.
Okay.
So you guys are on the pier.
Well, there's probably people on the pier who would know about the meeting because they work in like shipping or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
You
very
could
true.
chat up a dock worker.
Yeah. Do I see any particularly attractive dock workers, Kat?
Why do they have to be hot?
Because they could have like a
No, but why do they have to be hot?
because they could have a sweater and then they
It's
could
like-
have those hats.
What if I want to fuck them later?
Roll for fuckability.
That's going to be our
Sorry.
new
Guys,
tagline.
I know people keep wanting us to go back to roll to fall in love, but instead we're gonna
Now it's roll to fuck.
roll to fuck. This is a much more mature game.
This is for adults.
This game's for adults.
Yeah, just
Okay.
give
And
me a
now let's
straight
go to the
D6.
Tiny Widow
Okay.
Chamber of Commerce and get back in the
I got a 4,
lunchbox with our
Kat.
thimbles.
I got a 4.
Yeah, there's nobody particularly fuckable around. There's no super hunky dock workers.
Right. Like I could
That's
make
so
do.
subjective.
Yeah, it is incredibly subjective. That's
This-
why I
this
wanted
is
to know
just-
why they had to be fuckable.
This is just based on Valerian's idea of what's
Yeah.
fuckable.
And there's nobody there.
like
Yeah,
for
Which
Chopper,
nobody who looks like Friedrich.
nobody who looks like Shamta's song more like. Nobody whose eyes are rolling around in their head.
Yeah.
There's no abominations present.
Yeah, no.
Okay, all right.
No.
Well, then I guess he just goes up to like a guy who looks like he's in charge of stuff.
And the man goes, "Oh, hello there. Are you the master of the bird that just flew in?"
I work for the master of the bird. We're here.
Well, tell him to make sure that they put a hood on that thing before it starts eating mice.
It's very well trained.
And that's what they all say before the bird starts eating mice.
It's barely sentient.
Yeah, it gives you kind of a weird look. That was not a normal thing to say.
Valerian laughs like he's made a joke that we all understand. Anyways, we were wondering, where should we go to sign up for the meeting of the merchants? What does the process look like for that?
All right, Valerian, if you want to know, you gotta roll.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me. I guess this would probably be consort.
That's a 3.
All right, that is limited information. So the man looks at you and he gives you a real strange look. He says, "You don't sign up for the meeting of merchants. Jeez, how far did that bird come from?"
Very far.
No, son. This meeting of merchants, that's the 12 merchants who make up the council. That's their meeting. You don't sign up. If you want to join the merchant council, I think that's probably another 12 years of campaigning.
Our information was very wrong. We didn't know that they just meet with each other.
Yes, they're, hammering out policies and trade and tariffs.
in private.
And where did you say they were meeting?
Chamber of Commerce.
They're at the Ducal Palace. Though if you want to go to the Ducal Palace, very exciting. The gardens have been opened up for tourists if you'd
Oh.
like to go see those. But
Perhaps the trip was not a waste.
anyway, I have work to get back to. So
Thank you, sir, for...
talk to your boss about getting a hood on that bird.
Yes, I'll go right to him right now and tell him that he needs to do that. Thank you so much for your help, sir. And then Valerian turns back to you guys. There's like huge news.
Oh, we heard all of it.
Yes, we were
Oh,
here.
you were listening. Well,
I was listening to most of it. Yeah.
what do you think about the gardens? They sound nice.
Well, it could be an opportunity to get closer to the palace.
Yeah, or an opportunity to see pretty flowers.
Both good. I miss being in the palace. I would like to go to the palace.
Oh.
Ugh.
What's the matter with you guys today?
I'm always like this. I don't know what you mean.
And I'll ask you every day, what is the matter with you?
Today.
Today. And every day going forward.
That's weirdly kind of romantic.
No, it isn't.
They do say that I am a romantic.
Who says that?
My people before I tortured them.
See, this is what I'm trying to get at here. You're asking what's wrong with me. And meanwhile, every day, Valerian says something like, "Oh, hello, Pepper. I've killed another 1,000 children. How are you doing?" And you, Pepper, you say, "Oh, that's so cool, Valerian. I wish you'd be my family." What are you talking about?
Frederick, you were really good at impersonating
Those
me.
are awesome impersonations. hallucinations.
Have
Wow.
you considered subterfuge?
Why don't we go over to the palace and consider some subterfuge there?
Pepper like puts her arm around Valerian and she's like, he sounded just like you.
Sounded exactly like me. It was like looking into a mirror.
And me, that was so wow.
That was really impressive. Who knew he had such talents?
And he does kind of like ruffle.
Yeah, he's like,
He's walking ahead of you guys. He adjusts his little acorn beret.
And he's so cutie woody.
he's so small with his little acorn.
Enough of that!
All right, so we're going to the gardens. Eh?
All right. Yeah, so you guys
Garden time.
You guys wind your way through the streets. It's very easy to find the Ducal Palace because there's tons of other tourists heading there. You're able to like stop and ask tourists who they're just actually kind of similar to you, Valerian. They've got like lots of seashells.
Oh, they're fancy.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're from the coast. And they look at you and they're like, "Oh, you must be from Starfish Cove as well."
Yes. Oh, I love my home, Starfish Cove.
Yeah. And they share their map with you so you're able to
Thank
find your
you.
way to the Ducal Palace.
Oh, nice.
The palace is a splendid building. Everything around it, you can kind of tell the component parts that make up it. You can see the pieces of tin with their labels still on them, but the palace, it looked like concrete, actually, as you're looking at it, or plaster. But as you kind of take a step back and look at it, you're like, these shapes look really familiar. They, in fact, look exactly like a child's sand bucket
Castle.
that has been used to somehow create the pieces of this. So it
Whoa.
looks kind of like a sand castle. And so it is a beautiful looking building. It has like these banners draped from the side with different animals printed on each banner. There's 12 of them. So you can infer that these are the sigil animals of all of these merchant
Merchants.
houses. As you guys are walking up to the palace gates, you see that there are some people who are putting posters on the palace walls. As they're doing this, a guard blows his whistle and the people like scatter and run off, but they leave their posters in place.
What does their poster say?
The posters say things like respect the recyclers and reduce, reuse, recyclers, and all these labor slogans for it looks like the Recyclers Guild. There's some tension there brewing. But then you cross the threshold into a beautiful garden of enormous plants. As you're trying to like parse the scope of things and figure out like what would this be in my world, you see these enormous sprawling bushes of what would be tiny little flowers. In your current scale, they look like enormous blossoms, each the size of your hand. There are snapdragons that reach up into the sky like groves of trees. And there are creeping bellflowers that are spilling over, and you can see like these big purple bellflowers that are drooping over the paths. And there are lots of tourists all over who are oohing and awing at all this beautiful splendor. And there's also sculptures, and they are very faded sculptures of very buff men and very like exaggeratedly proportioned women. And their hair is plastic. You know, they're action figures. They're action figures that have been set up as statues.
Okay.
The plastic is very faded away, so it's kind of like, you know, the Greek statues used to be garishly painted. That's the equivalent here of they're like these very muted statues.
Valerian leans into you guys and says, so the implication here is that there are big people, right?
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, there's like these toys and all of these objects that must have been made and used by big people.
It could be that in every world we've gone to,
There's
been
little
huge people.
And little people. No,
And we're always the little ones.
no, Pepper.
But there's bigger ones.
No, Pepper. That's different from what I'm saying.
Oh.
I like thank you for playing in the space with me.
You guys pass by a vendor who is passing out printed maps of the gardens, and you do see on there's a point of interest marked on the map that says, "The final farewell from the big world."
Well, Valerian points excitedly at that.
Oh.
We have to go see this. I want to know what happened.
What does this mean?
Let's find out.
It means there are big people and now there aren't big people.
So you guys make your way through these winding footpaths in the garden. It's very idyllic. You see an enormous butterfly at one point.
Oh, Friedrich is like terrified. Hides behind Pepper.
Pepper is excited
Yeah.
and her eyes are like diamonds.
Valerian's trying to catch it. He wants to ride that thing.
No, it flutters away from you, as butterflies do, impossible to catch. And so you make your way to a covered pavilion where you see there's a big crowd of people around an enormous mural. It takes up the whole wall of this pavilion that's been covered to keep out the elements and the rain. And this painting, it is a very finely done painting. So fine you can't even see the brushstrokes, and photorealistic, like it was a printed out photo.
Almost like that.
Yeah, and the painting, it has a picture of white sand beaches and lush plant life. And there is text on it that says, "Wish you were here." And you can walk around to the back side of the pavilion and you can see what's on the back of this painting. And there's a little plaque that says that this painting is the last artifact of the big world. It's the last dated document that anybody's ever been able to find.
Oh.
And it seems that what happened to the big people is they went to Bali.
They all went.
They all went to Bali,
Bali.
Indonesia. On the back is a summons beckoning the big people to join their kind in a place, in a paradise called Bali, and a sacred rite known as vacation.
Yeah.
And that's the last anybody heard from the big people.
Oh.
They're in Bali.
Yep. Valerian nods when he sees that. Friedrich, what do you make of these?
Baffling.
Pepper like bows and she's like, "May we all go to Bali one day."
Do you think it's like their heaven?
Yeah, I mean, obviously,
You know?
just look.
But then it says vacation. And I know what that is. That's not... Unless it's like a euphemism for dying on this world? Oh, like your final vacation.
There was a race of large people that went extinct, and the earth has been inherited by small people.
He's getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all went to Bali.
Wow.
They all went to Bali.
Well, I guess they don't see big people around here anyway.
That's maybe why we came as small people, because we could not have come as big people. They're gone.
I mean, this looks like a postcard.
What?
Oh. What?
Well, in my world, sometimes people would travel and they would send little cards with pictures. They'd, write a letter on the back. It was a relatively new fad, but
Oh.
We did letters. So it had little pigeons that we would...
We just went to go see people. I think.
Oh, Pepper.
I don't ever remember writing a letter.
Oh, Pepper.
Pepper, what do you remember about
You
your
say
world?
things sometimes.
Not a lot. Sometimes things just come to me.
Friedrich looks kind of sad.
Well, anyways.
Pepper looks around, like, trying to make sure that nobody's listening. And she's like, "How hard do you think it would be to take the whole thing with us?"
Oh, Pepper, you're fucked up and evil. Love that.
I mean, it is a bit large and centrally located.
But it's like paperish.
It's just like me.
It's just like paper. We could fold it up,
Just like me.
make it small.
Pepper, like, crouches down.
I suppose it's only the sentimental value of the object that matters.
We take it at night,
We might want to look at our other options first.
but this is good to have in the back of our brains.
Cool.
I don't know why I didn't think you guys would want to steal this, but yeah.
It's so cool. Why would we not want to steal
I want to take it. I'm going to fold it up.
Okay. All right. So
Is
there's-
it literally a postcard?
It's a postcard.
Okay, yeah.
It's literally just a postcard.
Do you think if we took it, would it stay big on the train?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
It would.
Well, no, I
That's-
mean, you guys have seen that. They've
Yeah.
brought things in.
Yeah.
Their clothes and stuff.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
stayed big, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll keep this in our back pocket. If there's something smaller that we could take.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I would love to take this postcard.
I'd love to find a way.
All right. What else do you guys want to do to gather some information?
I think what I might do is find a staff.
A docent.
A docent. And I'm going to chat him up and be like, how's your day going?
Okay. So is this going to be also a consort?
I guess, yeah, a consort. It's a 1.
It's a 1.
I trip and fall in front of him.
You
I
get.
land on the ground.
Oh yeah, you do. You trip and fall in front of
Yeah.
him, and
boy.
he's like, "Oh, sir, please let me help you up."
Oi! Oh, there's dirt up my nose.
Yeah. Here, and he brushes you off. Yes, you're all right. Yes,
Thank you, sir.
you're so very welcome. Here, are you with a group? Can I help you find your group? They can help take care of
I've
you.
lost my group.
Oh dear. Well, Here, we can, if you just want to stand right here, we can make an announcement.
Suddenly so inexplicably sad. I don't feel up to consorting at all.
To give you at least the information you were very vaguely looking for, you get a good look at this
I
guy's
get a good look at his
uniform.
outfit.
Yeah,
Okay.
his outfit. I mean, it's a museum staff outfit, so, you
Okay.
know, like a borrower's version of black pants, black coat, white shirt. And he's wearing white gloves, too.
Okay. I guess he brings me back to you guys, and I'm like, my eyes are red rimmed. I just look really sad for some
What
reason.
happened to you?
Paper, I don't know. I fell down, and I guess I hit my head. That gave me some sad emotion. I was going to like do some work, but now I think I'll just sit here on the
Pepper
bench. feels
feels around your head for like a knot, and she's like petting your hair, and she's like, that can happen sometimes.
I suppose.
I didn't know you were capable of human emotion.
Hey, fuck off. Wait a minute. I push Friedrich. I feel better.
You animal!
It was just passing. It was that's rude to say on my world.
You're going to tell me about manners now?
Why, Friedrich, why are you being rude to me when I'm not being rude to you?
And Friedrich just like looks at you like open mouthed and he's like blinking.
When have I ever done anything to you, Friedrich?
I don't have time for this.
I've only ever been respectful to you and called you small.
Friedrich is grinding his teeth, and I'm gonna say that I realized earlier I marked 1 point on the vape clock for this fucking world. I marked another point for being repeatedly called small and cute, and I'm now going to mark a third point.
For being gaslit.
Indeed.
The score has not begun.
This has not begun.
But Friedrich might blow anyways. So here's the thing. I really want to get that fucking postcard.
Oh my god.
So
Okay. You don't have to convince me.
what Pepper would want to do is she wants to know if there are any people who got left behind from the rapture that took everyone else to Bali who can fold up the postcard for her.
Maybe what you need is a library of some kind to look for evidence of any
big,
reported...
big Bigfoot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
enormous foot. Yeah,
Enormous foot.
maybe.
Yeah, I'll go to the library with you.
Okay. Valerian, who has failed so terribly, he comes to the library with you.
He stays out of the library in shame.
Well, I was considering being like, he stays in the garden and like falls asleep on the ground, but no, he did make fun of Friedrich and that made him feel better, so he comes with you guys.
Welcome, listeners. I'm here to deliver the woodsy, down-to-earth mid-roll you've come to expect from me, Errol. I'm just sitting here with a nice hot cup of coffee because I don't have delicate little insides that revolt violently at the slightest contact with any sort of stimulant or hot and/or acidic liquid. We should have some very exciting new merch up in the store shortly. I've just been so swamped with all the woodworking that I've had on my plate that there's been a bit of a delay. But we reckon you're going to really enjoy it. Additionally, we have a new print almost ready to ship out to those of you subscribed to the Postal Mail Rewards tier on Patreon. I am a normal and appropriate level of excited about it. I've got a couple new folks to thank for supporting us on Patreon. So much appreciation to Wizardly Hat, Damiana Vance, and Robert. Much obliged. Thanks for keeping the lights on. Well, would you look at that? It's time for a Spotify comment. I do love to read them. Roll Hard says, in response to the previous mid-roll, Lil Willie jump scare from Juniper's Twitch stream. Now, for those of you not intimately acquainted with Lil Willie, you might just want to go ahead and get yourselves to twitch.tv/jegboy, where our own Juniper has been playing the Kingdom Hearts game series, a series which you may have heard of once or twice in passing while listening to this podcast. I can't guarantee you will fully understand Lil Willie from that action alone, but maybe, with time, you will begin to. And since we're self-promoting, why don't you go ahead and follow Legend Lark Pod on Tumblr, Blue Sky, Instagram, Reddit, TikTok, and perhaps most importantly, YouTube. As some of you may know, we've been doing a series called Riverdale Roulette, where we watch episodes of the television program Riverdale in random order. We recently encountered a new fan favorite character, the actual devil from the Bible. So maybe a good time to catch up. I've also got a personal ad read from the old legendlark.store. This one's for Mac. Mac says, "Hello, Legend Lark crew. Your show helped keep my spirits up during those long nights when I was simultaneously worrying about my dad's health issues and breaking my back at a dead-end job to keep our family afloat. You all showed me there's still so much to look forward to, even when I felt like I was falling. So shout out to Dames and Dragons, and shout out to the American Kidney Fund. Love y'all." Hey, thanks, Mac. We appreciate you saying so. This whole show has gotten yours truly through some pretty rough patches and several dead-end jobs as well, and it means a lot to hear it was helpful to you. Mac, keep on trucking. Well, only one thing left to do, and that's give a message to Chantel. Chantel, if you're out there, thanks for the fragrant bath salts. The code word is Arrow Thunder. The sleeper agent is up and kicking. Go.
I was thinking, Friedrich, could you do like some kind of library
Oh,
skill
hell yeah. Study.
to study where we might find a big person?
Yes, I'm all up in this. I think Friedrich is trying to find that information and then also just like any other like general information that might be helpful in navigating this world. So, let me see. I have 2 guys in study.
Okay.
A 6 and a 4, baby.
Hey! All right, with a 6, that is a great success. So you're going to learn so many things about this world, Friedrich.
Yes.
So this library is such a cornucopia of knowledge. It is actually a library that's built downward into a basement because at the bottom of it, there are normal human-sized books that they bring up on a winch. And the winch is like a big wooden spool of thread that they're turning a crank on, and it brings the books up from the depths. And so when you're looking for information on, what happened to the big people, are there any more big people around? And they winch up this giant history book for you.
Oh.
And it tells a very grim story of the recent history when you turn to the back and, you see the history of the world. And actually, you do have a fun moment where you see a picture in the book that looks a lot like your city. Like it looks like the city you came from at around 1900 is what they called it, the year. I don't know what year it was in your world.
Is this like a human-sized book?
It's a human-sized book.
So we have to like run around on it to read it?
Yeah.
That is amazing.
But as you turn to the back of the book, which is such a task to do, they have sticks that you can use to turn the pages.
I have Pepper turn the pages.
Oh, yeah. Pepper's flexing her
Yeah.
biceps and doing so.
Yes. And actually they have a little viewing platform with a magnifying glass so you can better read the text. And so you turn to the back of the book to most recent history, and it's a pretty grim tale of escalating wars and wide-scale ecological destruction. The planet, these big people just absolutely destroyed the planet. And then at the end, it turns into a handwritten account written in
We
much...
cannot get out.
Yeah, no, it's written in much smaller writing. Archaeological evidence points to the fact that all of these people then went to Bali.
Amazing.
Okay. So
God damn it. So they're gone?
What you do find from this is they are gone.
Fully
The
dead.
big people, fully gone from this world. And these little guys, they're living off the remnants. The microplastics are their regular-sized plastics.
Right.
So there are no big people, but you got a 6. So I'm going to give you even some more information that you find just looking around this library. There are also books that are little sized. So to you, normal sized. You learn a little bit more about the Recyclers Guild. And it turns out this is the guild that As you might have guessed from the name, they make it their mission to go out into the wilds between civilizations, between cities, and collect materials that can then be broken down and built into other things. And that they're a very important part of the city's economy. And you do find a history book talking about the history of labor disputes with the Recyclers Guild.
It's a dangerous job, I assume.
Yes, it's a very dangerous job, and it is often underpaid because it's kind of like pilots, It's a high stakes, dangerous job, but they don't get paid a lot because everybody wants to do it. So they are constantly fighting for better pay, better conditions, better life insurance for their families. The book that you're reading, though, Friedrich, takes the stance that these are silly concerns and that people who do this, they do it because they're passionate about it, and really their passion should be enough to sustain them.
Woof.
Why do they need money? If they really want to do this, then they're free to do it. Like
If they were real recyclers.
If they were real recyclers,
it
if they
wouldn't be
were
about
real-
the money.
yeah, it wouldn't be about the money.
Yep.
It's just greedy rabble-rousers who are always looking for more money. So that gives you an idea of kind of what's going on with that one. And then I'll give you one more thing you can ask a question about, and I'll answer just from your 6.
Oh, I can ask about anything I want.
Yeah, about this world.
Yeah, so I think I would like to just know more about this meeting of merchants, like if there's, a book that's about the history of that and any relevant information about their traditions or, what have you.
Yeah. You're easily able to find a book about that. Actually, it is so easy to find because it's like featured right now. It's like the featured book in the library.
Right.
Lots of people are interested because the Council of Merchants is here. So the Council of Merchants is a council made up of the merchant families, each one belonging to a different city. And every year they meet in a different city and come together to discuss, trade policy, like I said, tariffs and things like that. But whatever city they come to, it is always a big celebration. In this case, they've opened up the Ducal Palace grounds, but each city will do something to host this meeting of merchants. These 12 families are all very prominent, but they are not ruling class. They are working with the ruling class, which is a series of dukedoms. You are in a city-state of Oak Hollow, ruled over by its duke. And so the other ones, like Starfish Cove we mentioned, is another one of these city-states. And so whatever city that they are meeting in, they are discussing the trade policies for that city with that city's leadership.
Okay.
And while they are not necessarily a government body, this Council of Merchants, they have a lot of influence because of this, because they have this direct line to the Duke or Duchess of each of these city-states.
Okay, so they're not technically government leaders, but they are comparable to CEOs or like for Friedrich, robber barons, perhaps.
Yes, exactly.
That is good to know. Well, they sound like they would be perfect targets.
You find out from this book that every time the merchants come and get together, it is a big trade-a-palooza. Like they always bring tons and tons of goods with them to trade with each other and then take those goods back to their own city.
Which is perhaps why the train wanted to come here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will convey that information to Valerian and Pepper.
And Pepper is looking more and more disappointed with every word you say. She's just so sad.
Pepper, why do you look so disappointed?
I just thought that maybe there would be some giant, huge, good-looking person and they would pick me up and they would fold up the postcard and they'd just put it in my hand. And I just thought maybe that would happen. And I guess some dreams are never to be.
Oh, Pepper. I can pick you up.
It's not the same.
Well, I'm sorry you're disappointed.
Capable of sympathy.
I'm not the sociopath over here.
Well.
Anyway, there's a lot of tension, it sounds like, between these merchants and the Recyclers Guild. Maybe we could find a way to exploit it for our gain.
They're meeting in the Ducal Palace, right?
The merchants, yes.
Well, maybe I can, go sneak around and see what I can see.
Not a bad idea. I think that one of us, well, I don't think that Valerian should speak to the working class people, but perhaps I might be able to insinuate myself among the union men.
You know.
I don't think either one of you would be very good at it.
No. I want to see Friedrich try. I want to see him give it a shot.
You think you'd fare well, Mr. Emperor?
I was not always an emperor.
The idea that you were able to rise to your position via your own competence is extremely suspect to me.
Well, It can remain suspect then. People like you are pretty much how it happened.
Why don't you go to the palace with Pepper?
Okay, I wanted to go to the palace.
Okay. Well, I guess you're right. That there's a lot of tension in this world.
There's no tension here.
So Pepper then would wish Friedrich good luck, of course. And I guess we'd part ways as you go on your way and we go on ours towards the palace or the castle. So Pepper is kind of going into sneaky mode and is taking a lot of like back alleys as much as she can, sneaking through the woods. How's Valerian doing with that?
I mean, fine. He's, unless I'm being asked to roll for it.
You're being asked to keep in mind that you will have to roll for it.
Okay. In terms of basic level sneaking, like he does actually have 1 in prowl.
Okay. So he's not that bad.
Yeah, so he's competent. Yeah,
Okay.
he's not like a professional, but he's competent.
So I think that Pepper would want you to probably like stay and keep watch.
Give me a prowl roll, I guess.
What?
Both of us?
Just Pepper.
Okay.
I just would love to roll and see like if I see a back entrance or not.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Okay, I got a 6. My highest is 6.
Okay. So Pepper, right now things are under pretty heavy guard. And by heavy guard, it's actually quite a lot lighter of a guard than you've seen in other worlds. But they've got people on the lookout. They're not heavily armed. They're like museum guards, but they are looking out. But you are able to locate, like after watching their patrols, you're able to time it so you can get in without them noticing you, getting in through a servant's entrance, because you also see that there's lots of vendors right now. There's lots, like there's caterers going in, there's florists, setting up flowers. From what you're able to gather, it seems like this meeting of merchants starts tomorrow. You guys are there like the day where, the palace is opened and all the merchants have gotten there and there's kind of the welcoming ceremonies, but the meeting itself starts tomorrow. So there's lots of staff activity as people are getting set up and you're able to find this back entrance. With Pepper 6, Valerian, while you are standing watch, you see another group sneaking towards. They follow Pepper in, but they do so much worse of a job.
God.
They're like, these people clearly have no clue what they're doing.
Oh no.
And you're kind of watching them as one of them holds their hand out to boost the other one over the wall. They get boosted up and then they realize they still can't reach the top of the wall. So then they climb back down and then they're like looking at each other and then one of them like tries the door and they find it's unlocked and then all 3 of them are like scramble because they didn't know what to do if the door was unlocked. And then they kind of come back and they're peeking in through the door, acting incredibly suspicious.
How far away from me are they?
Good question. You tell me.
Valerian looks around to make sure that nobody else is there first, like no guards or anything, and then he goes over to them and kind of sneaks up behind one of them and says, "Hey, what are you guys doing over here?"
We're not nothing. We're doing nothing. We're just 3 guys.
Where are you guys from?
We're and then one of them like shoves the other guy around. He says, "We're from Boat Bottom."
Valerian makes that noise, and he says, "You're from here?"
Yeah, I mean, like not in this exact. We weren't like spawned in this exact spot. We're,
Did you come in on a big bird with a lunchbox?
What? No, you mean the circus? No, we're not. We're not from the. We really are from Boat Bottom. We're just. Just down the hill.
You're trying to do a heist here, or what's the situation?
We're not heist. What's a heist? I don't know what a heist is.
You guys are really bad at these. What are you trying to steal? What's in there that you want so bad?
We're not trying to steal anything.
Are you going to go in there and do naughty things?
You have an ability where you can tell if people are lying.
Thank you, Errol. So I know that they're lying, Kat.
Yeah, you do know that they're lying.
Yes.
They are telling the truth about being from Boat Bottom. And yeah, they are 100% lying. They are definitely there to steal things. They are 100% planning a heist.
Okay. Valerian looks around again, just make sure nobody's like listening in or whatever. I'm assuming not Kat.
No,
okay.
yeah.
And he's like, "Okay, you guys, listen. I know you're here to steal something. I don't care. I'm here to steal something." Like it's not a big deal. I'm just worried because you guys look like you have no idea what you're doing and you're definitely going to get caught. And if you get caught, then my guys might get caught. And I don't like that for me. So, what are you here to steal?
I'm gonna have you roll me a sway or a consort,
Okay.
something like that, my friend.
I'll do
You're
a
gonna have to roll.
Sway those boys.
I'm gonna sway those boys.
This is more information gathering, my friend.
This is more information
Sway.
gathering. That's a 6!
Yay!
Yes!
Yay! All right. So he goes, well, I mean, if you're also here to steal, it's, I guess we can tell you. I mean, and he leans in close. He says, we don't really have like a specific goal. We just know that like the merchants have all of their goods stored in the palace. So we thought we'd just, go in and have a little rifle round. Just take little things. Maybe they wouldn't even notice that they're gone.
Sure.
They've got so much stuff, and Boat Bottom's not. I've got 5 sisters and like 3 moms to feed.
3 mothers, wow. I only had 2. Anyway, so what have you done to prepare? Do you know the guard schedules? Do you know what kind of locks you're working with? Do you know the level of traps that might be implemented? Are you prepared to endure heinous torture should you get caught? Will you
What?
rat out your
No,
friends
no.
if you do?
Nothing like that. Listen, he leans in close and he says, here's the plan. I'll tell it to you because you seem like you're a real straight guy.
That's what
Yeah.
they say about me for sure.
Yeah.
So the plan is this. After dark, we come back to this door because we just found out it's not locked.
It is unlocked.
And then we're going to sneak in. You see, Jellybean over here has a pet spider. And so he's been having his spider make lots and lots of threads for us that we can wrap around our hands, and then we can use them. And we can go along the ceiling so that none of the servants see us, because nobody ever looks up, right? So we'll use the spider webs to crawl along the ceiling until we get to the storage room.
So, let me stop you right there.
What?
Do you know when you're standing in a long hallway?
Yeah.
And you look down the hallway, you're at one end,
Mm.
and you can see the floor, and you can see the ceiling above you,
Well, but nobody ever looks up.
but you don't have to look up when you're at the far end of the long hallway. It's very easy to see what is around you if there's somebody crawling towards you. On the
but-
ceiling, you're visible.
No,
Extraordinarily visible.
but we would just hide
Where?
in the shadows.
You think there's going to be shadows? You don't think they have lights
Well,
in there?
I mean,
Candles? Flames? How are they walking down the hallway and having their meeting if
well, I
there's...
think they've got electric lights,
Oh, so there's definitely no shadows.
but we'll just.
And have you tried to scale a wall using your friend Spider's poopy silk?
Like not, and the one friend in the back, he goes, "It's not poop. It's spider silk. It's made, I think, actually of like saliva."
Oh, that's so much better. Have you tried to scale the walls? Do you know for sure it will work?
Well, yeah, we've definitely.
Have you tried scaling a sheer wall? And have you tried hanging from a ceiling?
And they look back at the spider friend, and the spider friend goes, "Well, I haven't gone on the ceiling, but it definitely sticks you to the wall."
Okay. So here's what I'm thinking instead of doing that. If you know for sure it will stick to wall, you climb the outside of the building and enter directly into the room. You would need something to disguise you that you're wearing to make it not so obvious that you're a man scaling a building with spider silk on your hands. But that would be much safer, in my opinion, professionally, than entering the building and continuing to scale the walls but inside.
And the guy looks at his team and he nods and he goes, "Okay, you're really smart. I'm glad we met you.
Yes, I know.
Hey, listen, just don't tell anybody about this. And if we see you out there, we'll look out for you.
Thank you. Yes, thieves' honor.
Thieves' honor."
Well, I wish you all the best luck, Jellybean. And
You too.
do you know you have a map of this place?
Oh yeah, look, we even made extra copies.
Oh, how fortuitous!
We've each got a copy here.
Would you mind lending one to me?
Well, but then we've only got 3 copies, and there's 3 of us. But I guess you rolled a 6, so.
And I gave you lots of good tips on how
You
to
gave
not
us
get
good
caught.
tips. Okay. All right. And they hand over one of the maps.
All right,
And so
thank
you have
you.
now acquired a map of the palace.
Nice.
It is horribly drawn.
But I also know that there's a door that's unlocked.
You do. Well,
So does Pepper.
so
She
does
went
Pepper.
through it.
Oh,
She
I
went
did.
through it.
Yeah,
So
that's
Pepper,
fair.
let's go back to you as Valerian has uncovered yet
Hell
another
yeah.
thread of this city.
A thread of spider silk. So Pepper, her main goals from this would be she wants to find out about the royals. We don't know very much about them.
Mm-hmm.
And she wants to know if they have any giant like machines that could be used to like fold a giant piece of paper. Like she wants any and all clues that can lead her towards giant origami because she is set that she is gonna have that.
She really wants that postcard.
Yeah.
All right. So you are sneaking around. You're
Mhm.
looking for that. Do you do anything like to try and disguise yourself as you're sneaking around, or are you just relying on pure stealth?
I think you were saying like there's a lot of vendors. I think she would, if anyone asked, she'd be like, oh, like I'm one of like the musicians for the.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You've got an instrument.
Hmm.
You're wandering around. Perfect cover. All right, so you are using your loot as a disguise, a shield from suspicion, as you are walking the halls of this palace. You come across a big portrait of the Duke and his family. Then the Duke, he looks like exactly what you would picture for a little guy Duke. He's got big mustache. He's round.
Yeah.
He's wearing like slash and puff, sumptuous sort of clothing. And in the portrait, you see that he has a wife and a daughter, and the daughter has a pet mouse. And the pet mouse has a big bow on it in the painting. And so that is the ducal family, the Duchess and their daughter. And you kind of learn from other servants the gossip around the palace that the daughter has taken her mouse and gone out of town. She is not interested in any of this. And the Duchess has gone with her. So they've gone to their summer home on the other side of the pond. So it's just the Duke in the palace right now. He's meeting with the merchants. The Duchess and their daughter just didn't want anything to do with this. Too many tourists, too many people in the palace. They're just not interested.
Okay.
So that's the information you learn about the royals. You do find out that the Duke he's not bad. He's not a despot or anything like that. There's certainly a lot of people have lots of complaints about him. You know, he hasn't taken the Recyclers Guild seriously. You do hear a lot of gossip about the Recyclers Guild, and it does sound like that. There are rumblings that maybe they're going to do a demonstration tomorrow, some sort of a protest, or some people even are worried that there might be a work stoppage. Yeah, they might actually go on strike, and that'd be really bad.
Love to hear it.
Yeah. So you find out that. And then in terms of your big person quest.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't need to be a person. Like, it could be like a giant pair of
like
scissors.
a raccoon.
like a raccoon, maybe like some kind of trained huge animal.
Nothing like that. They don't really have anything like that.
God damn it.
Pepper, you're wandering around the halls of the palace, and largely you're sticking to the servants' corridors, which are fairly plain. You know, these are back entrances. They're not very well appointed. However, you do at one point duck out into one of the main halls, and it is this gorgeous space. You see the ceiling has been inset with many panes of colored glass. There's like a beautiful stained glass mosaic that casts colored light throughout this atrium space that you're in. And while in there, you see a woman, and she's wearing very thick glasses, and she's fretting. She's saying, oh, okay, listen, I understand why we moved the last farewell of the big people out into the garden so that people can see it. It's lovely. I'm so glad we did it, but what if it rains? And someone else is saying, well, we've put a roof over it. She says, yes, but when there's wind and there's rain, you know, it can come in. So I think we'll need to get plastic sheeting. Yes, there's the Recyclers Guild. I'm sure they have some plastic sheeting that we can hang on the sides of the pavilion. Please, I understand that this is not your job, but it is my job as the curator of artifacts here in the palace. You hear the curator fretting about how this is not where that artifact usually lives. That pavilion is not where it lives.
So there's a way to move it.
And also, she will know about all the fucking artifacts because she's the curator.
And she's saying that like her resource is the Recyclers Guild. So they have tools. Cool. Okay. So Pepper is satisfied with her information, and she has a few ideas of brewing, and she heads back to meet up with Valerian.
Okay. Friedrich, you've gone down to speak with the Recyclers Guild. You, a working man.
You know, I'm a real blue collar type. You said, there were like posters being put up.
Mhm.
I want to see if there's any poster that like says if there's any sort of a meeting happening, if there's like a place where is kind of the union's headquarters.
Yeah. All right. So you head down to like the industrial district. You were able to use that map a little bit that you got from the Hemlock Hands to lead you to the industrial area of the city. On this map, it is also marked out that this is the territory of a gang in Nevernoghwhere called the Red Sleeves.
Okay,
So just so you know that.
cool.
To remind you guys to pay attention to turf while out here and just planning your job.
And do we know anything about the Red Sleeves? I
You-
guess not.
You don't know anything. You haven't heard of them
Okay.
so far.
Well, I'm not doing a crime, so that should be fine.
Yeah, you're not doing crimes. So you're good.
On my way over, I want to buy if they have cigarettes in this world.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, so you're not able to purchase like pre-rolled cigarettes, but you are able to purchase tobacco and rolling papers from a stand.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Old timey. Yeah, I'll buy some of that then, I guess.
Yeah, okay. To have a smoke.
Well, it's not for me.
I see.
Friedrich's trying to draw upon his memories of socialists in his own world. He's making his way downtown, the industrial district.
Mm-hmm.
Was I able to gather any information from the posters about where the recyclers meet?
So as you are getting into the industrial district, you see that the text on these posters has changed a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
When it was over by the palace, it was just slogans.
Mm-hmm.
But over here, there is like details on when they are having a meeting, and wouldn't you know it, they're having a meeting right now.
Hell yeah.
You find that they are meeting in one of the warehouses in this district, and pretty easy to find just based on the general hubbub of the crowd around the district. There is a woman who is standing on a platform made of sardine cans, and she's giving a speech saying, "They're happy to take our goods, and yet they don't want to pay. They'll pay us, what, pittance, pennies, and they say, well, it's trash. As if our whole world is not built on what was left behind by the world before us. As if they do not take that trash and turn it into treasures in the market. As if they do not turn it into wealth that never flows back to us. If you want to see change, we need to make our voices heard. We need to let them know that we are an important part of the society and we deserve fair compensation for our contributions. That is why I call on every one of you here. I know it is a lot to ask. To give up your livelihood, to stop work, not only in the field, but here, at home, in the refining plants, in the workshops. We must stop our labors. After all, what is the best way to wield the hammer? Put it down, the crowd responds. So that is what you walk into, Friedrich.
Nice. And, I'm just trying to blend in.
Does Friedrich
It does. Does he
Well,
blend in?
I was going to ask, like, are the clothes I'm wearing very out of, kind of the...
Yeah.
What they would wear?
Yeah, you fit in pretty well visually. What do you want to roll to gather information here, Friedrich?
Well, because it's like people. Well, I have them, ironically, I have more points in sway than I do in like consort or, command or whatever.
Okay.
So I guess that's my best social skill.
because you're always debating with facts and logic.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's that Friedrich, people just get tired of dealing with him and they just give up and do what he wants. Sometimes.
Yeah, that's fair. So I think with sway, that means you gotta target a specific person. Consort is like with a group.
Yes. Let's see. There was the woman who was talking up on the platform.
Mm-hmm.
Does she have any sort of like badge or anything that indicates that she's like the leader or?
Yeah, she's wearing an armband. It has a gear on it.
Okay. Maybe I shouldn't talk to the leader though. I don't want to be too high profile. Maybe I'll just see like if there's someone who's kind of like on the fringes.
Yeah,
Who I can
there's
talk
lots
to.
of people with armbands in this crowd, so you can
Yeah.
definitely like find someone who's maybe lower down the ladder than the speechmaker.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Yeah, so you're able to do that. Why don't you roll me your sway, my brother, and
Okay.
we'll see how good of information you can get.
All right. Fuck.
That's a 2.
Yes.
You get very limited information. So you are able to find a guy. He's kind of skiving off on his duties. He's wearing one of those armbands, but he's kind of off in the corner and he's like trying to roll a cigarette, but like he doesn't have enough tobacco.
Oh, nice. There we go.
So when you come over with your tobacco,
Yes, and I'll say, "Greetings, comrade." I'm happy to share my tobacco with you if you like.
thank you. And he looks at you. He's very suspicious of you right off the bat.
Nice.
He's like, thank you. I'll take that off your hands, certainly. And he, takes your tobacco and he rolls himself a little cigarette. And he offers it to you, actually.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah. And then he rolls one for himself as well. And he goes, you have a light?
Friedrich pulls out a little box of matches and offers it to the gentleman.
Yeah, and he lights his cigarette, and then he lights yours as well. And he says, Whew. Well, thank you kindly for the tobacco. You got the look about you. It says you want something else, though.
Well, I'm a journalist, actually, from the Starfish Cove branch of the Union, and I'm covering the story on our planned strike tomorrow, along with the demonstration.
And he narrows his eyes on you and says, who says we plan to strike anything?
Were you not listening when your leader...
Oh, you mean a strike like that kind? Yes, of course, yes. We're certainly putting down the hammer tomorrow, and we'll see how that goes.
What sort of strike did you think that I meant?
He does not respond to that question.
All right.
You got it too.
Yes, no, figures. So he doesn't respond.
He takes a long drag of his cigarette and he goes, well, I appreciate you doing the good work, reporting to the Starfish Cove branch. Hopefully you can report our success tomorrow, but I have work to do, as does everyone else here. I don't think anyone should be talking to reporters until after the work is done.
Understandable, of course. Well, wishing you luck in your endeavors.
And he saunters away from you. And Friedrich, as you're coming out of this warehouse, you didn't get a lot of information out of it.
Mm.
You see someone who looks very out of place, and you're kind of learning to recognize these people out of places, maybe not being from this world. And it is a youngish man, maybe in his late 20s. He's got a big beard, and he's got a tattoo of a mustache on the inside of one of his fingers.
God.
And he's looking around, and he goes, oh, hey, are you from the lunchbox?
And Friedrich heaves like a big put-upon dramatic sigh. And he cautiously approaches and says, what do you want?
Oh, sweet. I'm so glad I don't usually go out here. I'm actually, it's very exciting. I'm almost a professor in Candle Hall. I was a grad student in my world.
Yeah.
I went to UCLA. Do you know that? Is that in your world?
No, I haven't heard of it.
Oh, in my world is a very prestigious university. Well, anyway, you wouldn't happen to be in the business of, acquiring things for the train, would you? I mean, the lunchbox?
And Friedrich rolls his eyes and asks, well, why do you want to know?
Well, look, and he points to a big mechanical crane that they're using to lift large objects.
Mm-hmm.
And in it, you see that there are 2, what we would all recognize as Energizer batteries.
Mm.
It has a pink bunny logo on the side. It says they're batteries, lithium batteries. Did they have those in your world? In my world, they were used to power all sorts of little electronics. And I think, he points at the crane again, I think that's actually a toy, a Tonka truck that's a toy brand in my world. Look, here's the thing. I studied electrical engineering. I'm still studying electrical engineering. And those batteries, right? The way that the train scales things, I want to know, can those batteries, can they power stuff that's big in the train? You get it? You see where I'm going with this?
I think I follow.
Right. So I don't know how to get them. and none of the thieves guilds in the train are really approachable. They all kind of scare me. But
Not like Friedrich, who's extremely approachable.
He's just a little guy.
Yeah. So maybe we could work something out. And if you happen to get a couple of those batteries, I've got a couple of spare fares laying around. I mean, I'd hate to give them up, but if I can get this research through, then I will make professor at Candle Hall, and then I'll never have to attend anyone else's lectures.
I see. All right. Well, I'll have to speak with my compatriots, but why don't you give me your information and we'll see if we can work something out.
Oh, sure. Yeah, my name's Blake.
All right. Blake, where do you call home on the train?
I'm in Candle Hall, in the basement of Lecture Hall 72.
All right. Well, we'll see what we can do, and if we are able to, I can't guarantee anything. We might have other irons in the fire, but if we can, then I shall look you up.
Okay, awesome. Cool. Yeah, let me know, because otherwise, I really want those batteries. Maybe I could make myself big? And you see him kind of disengaged from you. Now he was thinking about his own problems.
Friedrich just like walks away.
All right. So I think you guys have gathered lots of information. You have lots of different threads you
So
could
many.
pull on here. So I think we got to narrow down what you want to do. What heist you want to pull.
Let's do it.
They've got cigarettes.
Are
They're-
they big?
No, they're
I would love to see Friedrich smoking a giant ass fucking cigarette.
Oh, yeah.
That'd
no.
be so funny.